I'm so pleased to be with all of you. This has been an extraordinary event. Give you a little bit of background to share what perspective I bring. I was born and grew up in Egypt. I left, I was 18 years old. Lived 10 years in the US, 10 years in Canada, about 4 years between Czech and Slovak Republic. And so the burning question was why some nations thrive and seem to be successful while others seem to be stuck in poverty and corruption. To that end, I established the GlobalThrive group. It's a research and advisory organization that provides advice to nations. Okay. And so when it comes to human rights, through our research, we discovered that there are three main challenges, and it's maybe a bit of a different perspective, maybe macro perspective, that there are three main challenges: unhealthy worldview, a wounded ethos, war, and armed conflict. So the first thing, if you look quickly here, on the left, it's the worst human rights abusers, on the right, human rights protectors. And it's not only from perhaps conservative values, but also values like rule of law, judicial systems, and so on and so forth. Now, we discovered that we have to bring worldview, teach our Christian, Judeo-Christian worldview to help curb these violations of human rights. As you can tell here on the left, we call it unhealthy worldview. It's basically Islamic or atheistic worldview, whether other nations have influence of Christian at its founding, Christian worldview, or still Christian worldview. The second challenge is the ethos of a nation. And if you can imagine, a nation is like a person. A person can suffer trauma. Just as a person can suffer trauma, a nation can suffer trauma, such as genocides, colonization, social factions, civil wars, and natural catastrophes. Our preliminary research indicates that there's a correlation between the health of a nation's ethos and its ability or even desire to uphold or implement human rights. To that end, we partnered with national special leaders. We've done this in Quebec, in Czech Republic, and Slovakia to heal the ethos of a nation and to restore its God-given national identity. Third but not least, war and armed conflict. There is a clear correlation between the ravages of war and human rights violations. We don't have to go far. We can just think of Ukraine right next door. And to that end, we're actually launching the International Alliance for Peace and Security. And if any of your nations would like to become part of this alliance, please come and talk with me. This is something new that we're doing. And I want to leave you to contemplate on this possibility that we need to add to our conservative values one word: peace, peacemaking. Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God." And a lot of the values that we've been fighting for can easily go out of the window if peace is not there. Peace is the rock foundation upon which we can build the conservative values that we need. Thank you so much.